Shalom, shalom, Israel. First, giving honor to the Most High God and His Son Yahushua. We are the BATLEAXES of the Most High, coming at you with another Shabbat class. Thanking the Most High God for another great Shabbat, 7-day Sabbath. Shabbat shalom to brothers and sisters that are in the building today. Shabbat shalom to brothers and sisters that will be tuning in or that are tuning in online today. We want to make sure that we give the Lord our undivided attention today, that we definitely try to study, show ourselves approved, to learn and get more knowledge as we come into the Feast of Dedication. Tomorrow we'll start, or tonight, sundown, we'll start our Feast of Dedication. Get the Most High God a hand. Hey, things are not promised, man. This is mercy and grace that the Most High God has given us to see yet another merciful, great, high holy day to dedicate our lives back to the Most High God. We did get news this morning of one of our brothers, a fallen soldier. Brother Zadok passed away this morning, a great brother in the truth, strong, mighty brother that endured into the end. But we know to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord, so we definitely want to give our condolences to our family, our brother Zadok of COL. Want to make sure that we announce and give brothers, man, their flowers, man, while they're here and while they're gone. That brother was a great brother in the truth, man. Strong brother, dedicated, and just want to make sure that we let the family know, let our Israelite brothers and sisters know. Reach out if you haven't heard. So also brother Phineas, man, like we said, man, another great brother in the truth, man. We have some fallen soldiers, man, you know, so days are not promised. Hours, seconds, minutes, high holy days, Sabbath days are not promised, man. So with this grace that the Most High God gives us, we want to make sure that we are adequately putting the work and the time in, thanking him for these days that are not promised, hours and seconds and minutes. Today's class, we will go into a master builder. The name of the class will be a master builder. We are mastering building our temples back to the Most High God. We need to become masters of building ourselves the same way Christ was a master teacher and a master builder, the same way the Most High God was a master builder of this world, man, right? When the Most High God made everything, he saw that it was good, right? Good being what? The commandments were always there. The Lord made everything according to the commandments and the law. So we want to become master builders of self, making sure that we build ourselves back to the Most High God. If we're going to dedicate our temples, which is our bodies, to the Most High God, we don't want to give the Most High God 10%, right? We don't want to give him half of Azariah. We don't want to give him half of first and second edges. I don't want to give him half of Yari. I want to try to give him the whole complete Yari as possible as I can, as well as the sister. So a master builder will be the class. First precept we'll start out with today. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 3 and 16. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Verse 16. Y'all already know if we get to going too fast, just wave your hand. Hey, hold up, slow down. You know, we'll slow down. We looking at our wrist. We got time. We got time. That's what Roland told a boy on the wood. Oh, we got time. So we got time, man. So if we do, or we start going too fast, just wave your hand, like, you know, slow down, Caps. So 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh?
The Bible says, know ye not that you are the temple of the Most High God. Right? This is not about some building that you're going into. AME chapter building, whatever the case may be, over there on Stemmons. No, it's not about the building. It's not about that area. It's about you. The Most High God is letting you know that you are that temple that the Most High God is worried and concerned about, right? And that's what we have to have. We have to have self-identification of exactly what we're supposed to be doing. And the way we do this is studying to show ourselves approved. The Bible says that what? Read it again.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh?
It says, contrary to popular belief, Know ye not? I mean, hey, I know y'all think that the temple is the place where you're going. No, the temple is you. You are the temple. Read.
And that the spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you.
So we know the bodies that we made, the Lord told us that he made us in his splitting image, right? He said that, guess what? I am trying to dwell within that spirit that I gave you, right? He breathed into Adam the breath of life, man. So that means that spirit always had the Most High God want to dwell within it, right? If he breathed in us the breath of life, that means that spirit is always willing for the Most High God. You are who he chose. You are who he's dealing with. Read.
Con. And that Salaki. And that the spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you.
Read.
If any man defile the temple of Yahweh, him shall Yahweh destroy.
If any man shall defile the temple of God, him shall the Most High God destroy, man.
That's right.
What is a way that you can defile your temple, Brother Renard? Eating unclean food. That is a way you can defile your temple. Your call. What's another way to defile your temple? Smoking, right? Smoking, not just cigarettes. Smoking. Yeah, that'll give brother leeway. Yeah, he said cigarettes. He didn't say that weed. Yeah, brother, smoking. Yes. Well, he didn't talk about the crack. Yeah, that too, brother. He didn't talk about the case. Yeah, that too, bro. Right. How can you defile your temple? Drugs, right? What's another one? Rather, Talk, you just walked in. What you got? The ways of this world. That is a great way. Bring it up to the home and in the class today. How can you defile your temple going into the class? What you got, Ezekiel? Going into strange doctrines. What you got, Idris? Fornication. What you got, second Idris? Tattoos. What about not building your temple back to the Most High God, man? Or building on what? Rocky or not solid foundation, right? Or not giving your all, not trying to become a master builder as the Lord prepared for us, right? What if the Lord was not a master builder and the world and the earth was shaky and faulty? What if salt water and fresh water mixed together and it collided and made some kind of turmoil that always made, you just never know, right? What if the sun was not adequately, properly just in outer space enough to where it wouldn't burn us up enough, right? What if it was too far away that we were so cold that we coats wouldn't do it? Earmuffs wouldn't do it, right? Heaters wouldn't do it. What if the sun was too close away? What if the Most High God was not a master builder? Right. Do we think about that? What if you had complications every day with your body, your temple, right? Your ear, left ear, right ear, left ear here in work, right here in break, right? Work, break. Which one do I go to? What we gonna choose? What Jay gonna choose? What we hear? Break. Break. I heard break. Right? But the Most High God is a master builder, and this is what we want to portray ourselves to become as well too, right? So he says, if any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. We can't defile our temples by not dedicating it back to him with the utmost respect that we should give him. The man who, the one who gave us breath this morning, the one who rose us up, it wasn't the alarm clock, right? It was the Most High God. So we want to make sure that we give him that time, that reverence that he needs, right? Because he is the God of gods, man. Let's go to Philippians chapter 4. Christians will love this chapter. If it was a Christian here, they'd be like, there you go. Teach. You own it, Pastor. And after you go to Philippians, make sure you go to Galatians. And you're already right there, so go on and jump over to Ephesians. And we're going to touch them today, too. Philippians chapter 4, verse 13.
The book of Philippians, chapter 4 and verse 13. I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth me.
So we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Given the understanding that us becoming master builders, we have to master build ourselves through Christ, through Yahushua. Because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. He is the master teacher, right? If we want to become a master builder, we need to go through Yahushua. The Bible states that, right? Your foundation cannot be without Christ, man. Being a master builder has to go through Christ. Read it again.
I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me.
But the Christians will say this, then they'll say, but I can't keep no law, though. No law. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, except the law. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, except stop eating that pork. I can do all things, though, right? So our foundation of being a master builder is to understand that you are the temple. Secondly, that temple has to be founded on Christ. Yahushua, that temple has to be through Christ. That is the way that we can do all things, right? Let's go to Psalms 127:1. So we understand that temple is us. Rededicating our temple, being a master builder, is working on us. Working on us through the law. Christ is the law, right? Psalms chapter 127, you can start at verse 1.
The book of Psalms, chapter 127 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Except the Lord build the house.
Except the Lord build the house. Read.
They labor in vain that build it.
You're going to labor in vain. Your labor is going to be continuously in vain, for naught. You can try to talk about you are Israelite, then I'm just the Old Testament Israelite, and try to go without Christ, and that labor is in vain. You can try to call yourself an Israelite on the Sabbath, but the first day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you back to being a real nigga. Yeah, that labor is in vain, right? For all the labor that you put into this thing, except you build it through the Lord, and the Lord builds that house, that building is not going to be sufficient. That building is not going to be protectory or your defense, right? Except the Lord build the house, man. You're going to have a problem going through life. That's why a lot of people are found to be confounded, right? That's why Christians can't stand with the Israelites, because they don't build their house through the Lord. They go after traditions of men. They go after what my pastor said. They go off what we've been doing lately. This is what we've been doing, and we're going to keep doing it. Well, that house is going to get blown down, man. Right? Read it again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 127 and verse 1. Except the Lord built the house, they labor in vain that build it.
They labor in vain that build it. Sure, you can go toward the ways of building it, right? Like I said, you can try to build it on Sabbath, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you straight not building on anything. You ain't looked at the house. You ain't picked up the hammer. You ain't picked up a single nail and tried to fortify this house. But here comes Sabbath. Shalom. Shalom. What up, bro? What up, Ak? Shabbat shalom. Right? Your house is not going to be fortified, meaning you're not going to have a defense mechanism. Except the Lord build that house, your building is going to be in vain. Who wants to build something and never see any progress? I'm gonna tell you, for me, working when I used to work in the warehouses and stuff, I had a hard time continuing to work, not seeing progress. If I'm unloading this door with the forklift, but every time I go in there and take a pallet out, something done fell in there. And then I got to get off my forklift and go rebuild this one, and then try to get back on my forklift and get that one out. And there's something else behind it that fell. I'm not seeing no progress. I got a problem with that. Who wants to build something without seeing the progress? Except the Lord build it, it won't be progressive, man. It won't be sufficient for your life, man. Read it one more time out.
The book of 7 in verse 1. Except the Lord house, they labor in vain that build.
Because a lot of people are laboring in vain. Sunday worship, labor in vain, right? Old Testament Israelite only, labor in vain, right? Jehovah wickedness, labor in vain. Christian apologetics, they labor in vain, man. You only bring me half of that little book, the little green book, New Testament, you're laboring in vain. Somewhere you missing. Some wall gonna be tore down. Some beam ain't gonna be put up right. Some door not gonna be spacious enough for you to walk through. It's gonna be a problem. You are laboring in vain. Read.
Con. The city. The watchman waketh but in vain.
And except the Lord keep that city. That means that guess what? When we are building, we need to have the law, statutes, and commandments around us at all times, man. Right? We need to have brothers and sisters that are fit for the kingdom, for the construction. I'm gonna tell you, if you are a master builder, would you have somebody who just started out trying to build around you, unless you're trying to teach them? You got a big project. They say, yeah, it got to be done by Sunday. You going to get a bunch of new people to build with you? No, I need another few more master builders around me. Right? It's the company that we keep as well too, man. Right? Because eventually, if I'm a master builder around a bunch of what they call them peons, right? That's a word that we used to use, peons. I'm going to start acting like a peon sooner or later. Yeah, they missing nails, and I'm a missing nail too in a minute. Right? They want to break every 5 minutes, and guess what? Well, I ain't finna work by myself. I guess I'm going on break too. Now the building never get finished, man. Read that last part again. Keep the city. Except. The watchman waketh but in vain, because we are the watchmen of the Lord, man. Right? We have to be watchers over the building. We have to be watchers over the construction. The same way that we are leaders of this congregation. We are the watchmen of this congregation. If we see things that are happening among the congregation and don't speak on them or speak out, then what are we doing as watchmen? What is our job like? See, everything runs hand in hand, man. Us being watchmen, you got to make sure that somebody's adequately building how they're supposed to. Hey, brother, we need 3 cubits. You counted 2 cubits. Or you going to look back and say, well, it's 2, it's supposed to be 3. It's fine, it's fine. Now, for a long time, I used to do that too. Hey, brother, keeping them already know. Hey, man, look, man, just put it, it's fine. Put it up there. They're like, nah, I already know. Change my light bulb. One light bulb, soft blue, the other one, yellow. They like, go to change up. No, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine, it's a light, right? Well, we got to get better at these things, man. And I'm the first to admit that. Right? We have to, guess what, perfect our craft and what? And love what we're doing, man. Right? Read on out.
Verse 2. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep.
It's vain for you to wake up early, right? Go to sleep late. Eating the sorrows, man. Worried about everything else except being a master builder, man. What is your mindset on? Are you being an Israelite when you wake up, when you go to bed? Are you keeping the commandments when you at work, when you at the doctor's office, when you're at the washateria? Are you being an Israelite then? Or are you so worried about things that you out the spirit now, right? Oh, I'm so worried about this. I don't know if I can be Israelite today. I'll try to be Israelite tomorrow. Yeah, let's try tomorrow, because today I'm not pretty good at being Israelite. Too many things going on. Hey, baby, you walked out the house without your friends. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Here we go again. It's fine. It's cool. Wear them tomorrow. All right? These are the things that the Lord is showing us, man. It says it is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, man. Because eventually, building if you are building and you're not building sufficient enough for the Most High God, you're gonna, by default, eat sorrows. You gonna come the next day and the house gonna be on the ground again. You're gonna be like, what's going on? What am I doing wrong? You're not what? Letting the Lord build that house, man. You're worried about other things, man.
Or even worse, you find out you could be on the ground.
That's right.
Most High God take you out, because just like how he brought brothers and sisters into this truth, remember, the Most High God don't need us. We have to always keep that in perspective. He don't need us. Brothers and sisters is not doing the work, just like how Esau and these other nations, they need somebody that's, guess what, that's not adequately doing the job they do. What? They replace them. They fire them. The Most High God is the same way in that aspect. If brothers and sisters are not being in the spirit, not doing their job spiritually according to the Bible, uplifting and making sure that, guess what, we teach our people about the kingdom, you can easily be replaced. He set it one down and raised it up another. Go ahead, Art.
Con on that. Let's go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 3. We'll start at the top, man. Hebrews chapter 3, we'll start at verse 1.
The book of Hebrews chapter 3 and verse 1. Wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling.
Wherefore, holy brethren, set apart people, you Israelites, you holy set apart brethren, kinsmen. Read. Partakers of the heavenly calling. Man, that's a cut, man.
Right.
What does a partaker mean? Part of or what? Belonging to. That's right. Part of or belonging to.
That's right.
Partakers of. Read that again.
Partakers of the heavenly calling.
Of the heavenly calling, man. Read.
Consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Hamashiach Yahushua.
Consider who?
Hamashiach Yahushua.
That's who we need to be considering when we are what? Rededicating ourselves back to the Most High God. When we are trying to become master builders, we need to do what? Reverence Yahushua, man.
That's right.
Look on Christ. Right? Read that again.
Hebrews chapter 3 and verse 1. Wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Hamashiach Yahushua.
That's what we need to consider. The heavenly calling. Fred, what is the precept for called? Because we are the called. What is the precept? We had that heavenly calling.
That's right. That thing heavy.
Isaiah 45 verse 4. Look, Daoud got his hand, but he must really got that one, don't he?
He on point.
Man, what you got, Doc? Isaiah 48 and 12. Let's get that right quick, man.
Right, man.
He said that heavenly calling. Everybody don't have that heavenly calling.
That's right.
Everybody is not the called. Remember how verse 1 started. Wherefore, holy brethren,
That's right.
you separate brethren, partakers of the, you are the ones that belongeth to. Partakers of the heavenly calling, man. Get that. 48 and 12, Isaiah.
The book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 48 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel, my called.
Oh, Jacob and Israel, my called. It didn't say anything about any other nations.
That's right.
It didn't say nothing about also the mixed multitude that was with y'all back then.
That's right.
It didn't say nothing about that. The called of Israel is who?
O Jacob and Israel, my
Jacob
called.
and Israel. Jacob's name was changed to what? Israel. Israel makes up the what?
12 tribes.
The 12 tribes of Israel, man.
Real quick, what brother got another second witness? Real quick, man. What you got, 8 and 28? Read that right quick, Do it say Israel called? We want it right on point. Isaiah 45 and 4. Ain't that who said that earlier?
I thought you was going to go back to it.
Read that right quick.
Come.
No, give me one in the New Testament real quick. That's a good one. Romans 1 and 7. Read that right quick.
Come. The book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 7. To all that be in Rome, beloved of Yahweh, called to be saints.
Called to be who?
Called to be saints.
Now, even like how Bruce said, don't say it, but it do. Like with the call to be saints, because we know it's only one nation of people that's saints. Let's get another better one. They all good. Don't get me wrong, especially when you understand the precepts. Romans chapter 9. What you got, Ezra? What you have, Brother Keith? Yeah. Give me Romans chapter 9. Man, like bruising to it today. All praise.
Yeah, for real. I can do that.
For real, all day. Romans chapter 9, verse 7. Read that right quick. It's another precept for brothers and sisters. What called?
The book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 7. Neither, because they are the seed of Abraham, are they all children.
Read on.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Because Abraham had many sons, but he only called Isaac. He only called Isaac. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So that is another precept that brothers and sisters can have in their arsenal. Brothers and sisters, see that? Go ahead, Up.
Because go to because I like that too. Let's go to 2 Peter 2 and 9. 1 Peter 2 and 9. Salakia. You called it.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood,
a what?
An holy nation.
An holy nation, a set apart nation, right? Read.
A peculiar people.
A what?
A peculiar people.
A peculiar people. You are a people unlike any other people. And we know that deemed to be true because we know that we are unlike any other people on the planet. We are the strongest. We are the smartest. We are the fastest. We take so much. Well, other nations can take what we take. Other nations, it wouldn't be any left if they went through the transatlantic slave trade. Right? Read on.
That ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
Him that called you, right? Called you out of darkness. Now we know that the called is Israel. That's when you put all of them together, right? That's how you put them together. That's how you precept upon precept, man. It's a good precept, Bach. Y'all look like y'all done shook the cobwebs off already. Let's keep going. All praises. All right, let's go back to Hebrews chapter 3 and let's read verse 1.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling.
Partakers of that heavenly calling. You are the called. Read.
Consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Hamashiach Yahushua.
Consider Christ. Right? You that have been called, are you trying to be a master builder? Well, you need to consider Yahushua. Why is that so important? Because he was perfect. What was Christ? Our what?
Schoolmaster.
Example. Our schoolmaster, I like it. Our example, right? Where we going? 1 Peter 2 and 21. This is why we need to what? Reverence and consider Yahushua if we want to become master builders. 1 Peter 2:21.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 21.
Read.
For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example.
Leaving us an example. And I like the way you emphasize that word called, right? Another one right there in your face. You there too, were you called, right? Because Christ left us an example. Read.
Leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps.
So why should we reverence Christ? Because he left us an example of how to become master builders. Read.
Who did no sin,
Right?
neither was guile found in his mouth.
Read on.
Who, when he was reviled, reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not,
Read on.
but committed himself to him that judgeth righteously.
Read on.
Who his own self bare our sin in his own body on the tree, that we, being dead to sins, should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye were healed.
Because guile was not found in his mouth. Because when the building got kind of tough, when the winds were pushing vehemently, Christ never stopped building. Because when they were laughing and ridiculing him, kind of like how Noah built the ark, it never what? It had never rained, and people were probably saying, this is an idiot. Yeah, that's what they saying. This, all we got is the what? Baltimore to do. That's all we got is to do. That's all we got. We ain't got no rain. What are you building this big ark for? What for what? That's why we got to reverence Christ. To be master builders, you can't let somebody hinder your building. Oh, they talk about me. Oh, I heard them say something about me. Oh, she got my name in her mouth. What they got to do with you building? Yeah, I didn't brew me up today. Wife tripping. Pops tripping. He want me to ask for my bike back. When they start tripping, Christ didn't trip. What did Christ do? He stayed on the, I'm telling y'all, man, I know I'll be laughing and joking, but this is serious. Christ was that example. To be a master builder, you can't let things hinder you from building. Oh man, I can't take it, Cap. I'm about to fall off the edge. I'm about to push it to the limit. Nah, Christ is our example. Because when they reviled him, did he revile them back? Was sin found in him because somebody else was talking about him or ridiculing him? Was guile found in his mouth because they were backbiting on him and talking about him? That's not going to help you become a master builder. That's why it said in Hebrews that you need to look on Christ. If you want to be a master builder, you want to become giving yourself back to the Most High God as adequately as you can, you need to look on Christ and what he did. Christ didn't stop the building because the winds were blowing, because it got a little too cold. Man, what is cold out there? Please, stop it. Man, it's 108 degrees out there. We ain't building today. Christ said, guess what? Nail, hammer, old carpenter right here. That's why we need to reverence Christ, man. Go back to Hebrews chapter 3. Man, the scriptures, man, I'm talking about they give you, man. They give you the game, man. Right? Read that one again, man. This is a heavy precept.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Read.
Wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling,
Read on.
consider the apostle and high priest of our profession.
Of our profession. See, being a master builder, that's part of our profession. Or your what? Your job. You can't let nobody get you fired at work. Dude talking about, yeah, come over here behind the road, the freezer. We finna get it in, we finna fight. Got a problem with you? Yeah, come on behind the freezer. Nah, brother, not today. You go in there and go to the freezer and close the freezer on them. And get your Ecclesiastes 5:1 on. Hey, supervisor, dude in here tripping. talking about he want to fight me. He in the freezer. He get out the freezer. Well, he go really want to attack you then, right? You gonna be steering the clear. I told you, look, he tripping. Get your Ecclesiastes 5:1 on. Leviticus, she like, I don't know why. Yeah, I get your Leviticus 5:1 on. Right? Can't let them hinder you, man. That's our profession. This is our job to build ourselves back to the Most High God. And if you let somebody hinder that, man, what good are you to be a builder? The Lord say he need master builders. He don't need just somebody that can build a little bit, know how to hit a nail on the hammer. I need you to be a master builder. Read on.
Consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Hamashiach Yahushua,
Read on.
who was faithful to him that appointed him, as also Moses was faithful in all his house.
So it speaks on, guess what? Our beloved brother Moses as well, too. It speaks on Moses, too. Read 2 again.
Who was faithful to him that appointed him, as also Moses
As
was.
also Moses. Because the Most High God appointed Christ, he appointed Moses to be that leader, to be in that same profession. Right? To be master builders. Read.
As also Moses was faithful in all his house.
In all his house. Read.
For this man was counted worthy of more glory than Moses.
Man, who say? Boys better stop playing.
Man.
Who read 3 again?
For this man.
Who is this man?
Christ.
You got to put some respect on it. Yeah, for this man
was counted worthy of more glory than Moses.
he was counted more worthy of more glory than Moses, man. Read.
Inasmuch as he who hath builded the house hath more honor than the house.
He had more honor than the house. The house that you trying to build, oh yeah, way more honor. Because who is the house? Who is the temple? We are. But this man's temple got way more honor than what? Our temple. Better put some respect on your Yahushua name. Everybody that I seen go against Christ, it did not end up well. I'm telling y'all. And we tell y'all this all the time, y'all. As long as we've been in the truth, I have not seen one. Not one that told me, man, F Christ, man. Man, this is exactly how they fix their mouth to say these things. That's just another nigga. It ain't went well. Not one. This man's house is way more honorable than our houses, man. That's why we need to reverence him. Right? You got something? Go ahead.
It's let you know that go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter what? And what? Brothers in the spirit. This precepts let you know that Deuteronomy 18 and 15 is talking about Christ. Plain as day. Read this right quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18 and verse 15. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet.
A who?
A prophet.
Read on.
From the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken.
Unto him ye shall hearken. Because many people think that it's talking about who? Joshua. Many people think that, man. But that's why precept what? Must be upon precept. Jump down to verse 18.
Verse 18. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him.
Because it say, while Christ is the carpenter, the master builder, the master teacher, you don't get no better than a master's degree. Read on up.
And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him.
Meaning he will require your life. Showing you, putting emphasis, knowing that, guess what? Christ is the head Israelite in charge. Con.
Read verse 3 again. Yeah, Hebrews 3 and 3.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 3 and verse 3. For this man was counted worthy of more glory than Moses, inasmuch as he who hath builded the house hath more honor than the house.
What precept can we go to show that this man had more glory than Moses? Christ had more glory than Moses. Nah, something else. I'm looking for something else. Nah. Yeah, it ain't. But I'm looking for something else. Matthew 17. Nah. Matthew 17, and let's start.
You want to talk about Matthew 17 and Ezekiel?
What did you say?
Yeah, you're not saying it right. That's kind of throwing it off.
Yeah, because I'm thinking you're talking about what Twin just said.
What did Twin say?
If you seen Moses, you seen me. He wrote with me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Go to Matthew 17. We'll read from the top. Remember, Hebrews said that this man had more honor and glory than Moses, right?
This right here is on point.
Read this.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 17, and verse 1. And after 6 days, Yahushua taketh Peter, James, and John his brother, and bringeth them up into an high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them. And his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him. Then answered Peter and said unto Yahushua, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, one for Moses, and one for Elias. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them. And behold, a voice out of the cloud, which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him.
Hear ye who?
Hear ye him.
Yes. Yeah, you want to make 3 tabernacles. Hey, let me come show you what it's really about. It's really about my son, because Elias, man, was Elias not, man, heavy in the spirit? Was he not a great prophet for the children of Israel? Was not Moses? But the Lord came, the Most High God told him, hey, I understand you trying to have that humility and humbleness about to say, yeah, you want to make 3? Nah, we talking about 1. And my son, Christ, right? So make sure y'all put that there next to that Hebrews chapter 3 and 3. Matthew 17, 1 through 5. And guess what? Because a lot of people, man, they try to downplay Christ. They'll try to give Moses his glory. Yeah, Moses cool, yeah. But they're trying to downplay Christ. The scriptures say this man was more worthy than Moses, man. Stop with the games, man. Hebrews 3 and 3 again.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 3 and verse 3. For this man was counted worthy of more glory than Moses, inasmuch as he who hath builded the house hath more glory than the house.
Had more honor than the house. Read on.
For every house is builded by some man, but he that built all things is God.
Because every house that builded is builded by some man. What is that going into? That's our bodies, man.
Right.
We understand that's our temple. But who made our temples?
Right.
The Most High God, right? So he gets that, man. Well, that's that glory, man. We need to reverence on his son. The scriptures show us that. Read on.
And Moses verily was faithful in all his house as a servant, for a testimony of those things which were before spoken, So like which were to be spoken after.
Read on.
But Christ.
But who?
But Christ.
Oh, but Christ. But Yahushua. Read.
As a son over his own house.
Read that again.
But Christ as a son over his own house.
A son over his own house, man. Read.
Whose house are we?
Whose house are we? Right? Because the Most High God gave Christ all authority, right?
That's right.
Read on.
If we hold fast the confidence and the rejoicing of the hope firm until the end.
Well, we got to rejoice firm to the end. See, we can't give up. We can't quit. We can't waver. We can't start trying to build this house and then it's just staying there and it's the same way it was last year.
Con.
Now the winds are blowing and this year it's worse than it was last year. No, we can't do that. To become that master builder, you have to what? Stand firm. You got to go hard for the Most High God. You got to go harder and harder, man. Right? Give me that in Sirach. What is that chapter? 43. All praises. You can never go far enough, right? All praises, brothers. Y'all in the spirit.
Con. The book of Sirach, chapter 43 and verse 30.
Bring it out.
When you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can.
Nah, just a little bit.
Exalt him as much as you can.
Nah, we go exalt him on the Sabbath.
Exalt him as much as you can.
As much as you can. Read.
For even yet will he far exceed.
Because the Lord will far exceed your expectations. Right? You looking for the car with the Lord to bless you with the house. You be like, well, dang, that's exceeding what I really needed, right? Because I was going to be sleeping in the back seat. But now, right, I can still catch the bus, but now I got me somewhere to lay my head. He just will exceed your expectations, man. Read.
Con. And when you exalt him, put forth all your strength.
Partial strength.
All your strength.
Just a little bit.
All your strength.
Read.
And be not weary, for you can go never. For you can go never far enough.
For you can never go far enough for the Lord, man. You can never build this house far enough for the Lord. You want to build and put a new kitchen in for the Lord? You ain't did nothing wrong. You want to put a new washroom in? Hey, you ain't did nothing wrong. You want to change the floors and the side panels and paint it? Yeah, you can keep going, right? You want to put a new refrigerator in the thing, make it look like the other electronics, whatever in there. What's the stuff called? Appliance. Appreciate it. You already know. I know somebody gonna help me out. You want all the appliances to be black in there? Hey, you can never go far enough. Microwave black, refrigerator black, stove black, cabinet, knobs black. With a little red cherry red wood on them. Say you can never go far enough. Right? It's always things to better your building by doing for the Most High God. Right? You always have enough to go. It's always more to do for the Lord, right? Let's go to Matthew 16. and 18.
Con. The book of St. Matthew, chapter 16 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church.
Upon this rock I will build my church. Brother Keith, who is that rock? Already 50% of the question. What is the precept? You already know it was coming. It wasn't gonna be that easy. So Christ is that rock. What we going to show him? What precept? Hey, Keith Jr. Keith, Chief Keith. I'm talking to Keith, regular Keith. Yeah, regular Keith. Huh? John or 1 John? not what I'm looking for, but let me see what you own.
Rock in there.
Nah, that's a stone. That's a stone. Go on, dog. Well, okay, let me see. I got a new hand up. Young Bruce said he got his hand up. What we got, Tony? Let me know something. Let me see. Deuteronomy 32 and 4. Let me know something. Not what I'm looking for, but let me see where you at. Let me know something. I ain't mad. I'm going to let you know. I'm let you know.
And it better be right, too, with all that extra info on it.
Nah, for real. So, I'm going to tell you, you're not wrong. But I want you to go somewhere before you go there. Great, I'm going to tell you, it's a great second precept, right? Great second precept. And we'll go there, too. What's the first one? Go ahead, bro. What's the first one? 1 Corinthians 10 and 4. Not bad, Ock. Not bad, Lil Ock. We're going to go there next. But this is the home run here to where you can show them definitely that this rock is Christ. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 10 and 4. Let me know something.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And that all drink the same spiritual drink. For they drank of that spiritual rock.
They drank of that spiritual rock. Read on.
That followed them. And that rock was Christ.
That rock was who?
That rock was Christ.
That rock was Christ. So when we see that rock, this is the home run hitter you want to go to show them that when they emphasize this rock, we're speaking on Yahushua. Now we can go to Deuteronomy 32 and 4 and read that and have a better understanding of exactly what it's saying, right?
Good.
Yeah, we can go there.
Con, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
He is the rock.
He is the rock. Read.
His work is perfect. For all his ways are judgment. A God of truth.
A what?
A God of truth.
A God of truth. Read.
And without iniquity. Just and right is he.
A God of truth, man. Now, how can we prove that this is still going into Christ? By letting us know that he said he is a God of truth. Where will we go? A God of truth. What does the Most High God call Christ?
What does God call it?
What does God call Christ? I gave you a clue. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. What does God call Christ? So we read Deuteronomy 32 and 4. It said that he is a what? A God of truth, right? That rock is going into Christ, right? How can we solidify and show people that that rock is still talking about Christ and not the Most High God? Because they called him a God.
Hold up. What are the clues? I need to make sure that Blues understand. Blues don't even see the clues. How can you understand what he Say it again. Even simple. I just gave you the clue. God. When do we see the Most High God call Christ a God? Say it again, Ezra.
And what, son? Say, man, you know how we do it. We are not sending somebody to a house without the address. Yeah, just go down there to the Ledbetter. Yeah, right. Ledbetter word, brother. You in the right vicinity when you hit Ledbetter. 1 and 8. All praises, man. Remember, it called him a God, right? But we know that Most High God calls his son a God himself. We got to make these scriptures speak out, man. Go to Hebrews 1 and 8.
Con.
Make sure y'all put it there with Deuteronomy 32 and 4.
Con. The book of Hebrews, chapter 1 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
But unto the Son, he said, Thy throne, O God.
Thy throne, O who?
O God.
Unto the who?
Unto the Son.
Unto the Son. Christ is the Son. Unto the Son, he said, Thy throne, your throne, O what?
O God.
The Most High God calls his son a God, man. That's right.
brothers and sisters understanding.
Read it out.
Con, thy throne, O God, is forever and ever.
Read.
A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom.
All praises. So we see that actually lines up with the scripture showing that Christ is a God himself, right? Also knowing that what we are gods. You know, you taking the Psalms, man. 82 and 6, man. My bad. So let's go back to Matthew 16 and 18. Make sure you have your precept for the rock, which is what? 1 Corinthians 10 and 4 and 10 and 4. Bruce was doing that. Yeah, let me know something. Yeah, for real. Let me know something. Calling the precept out, they gonna say, let me know something. Let me know if I'm right, man. Let's go back to Matthew 16 and 18.
Con. The book of St. Matthew, chapter 16, and verse 18. And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
So he said he's going to build his church, but the gates of hell were not going to prevail. See, being a man, you got to understand that there's going to be storms that come and try to hinder that building.
Right.
There's going to be strong winds. There's going to be tornadoes and hurricanes and things of that nature, lightning that tries to prevent that building or what? Knock down that building. But he said that what? He was going to build that church upon, he said, I will build my church upon the gates. First of all, it's going to be built on that rock, which is Christ.
Right.
And who is that church? Acts 7 and 37. Let's start at 37. I want to read 37. Make sure you put your precept. All praises, Bruce.
Con. The book of Acts, chapter 7, and verse 37.
Bring it out.
This is that Moses.
Uh-huh. Why do we start there? The context, because it said tempo, right? Where do we just go? So what should you put by 37? That's right. Make sure you put Deuteronomy 18 and 18 by Acts 7 and 37. It sets the tempo, right? Read on. So we just read Acts 7 and 37 again.
Chapter 7 and verse 37. This is that Moses which said unto the children of Israel.
What did Moses say to the children of Israel?
A prophet shall the Lord your God raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me. Him shall ye hear.
Where did Moses say that at? That's right. 15. So make sure you put your precept. Make sure you precept that. This is where Moses said it, right? This how you put the old and the new together.
That's right.
Precept upon precept. This how you put the old and new together. Christians love to talk about they don't deal with the old like that. We in a New Testament. We in a new covenant. Hey. The old and the new go hand in hand, man. Here a little, there a little. Did it not tell us that? Come on, man. Now, so y'all got that. Read verse 38, Acts 7 and 38. Because it said, again, in Matthew 16 and 18, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church. We need to see what that church is. Read this.
Con, this is he that was in the church, in the wilderness, with the angel, which spake to him in the Mount Sinai. Oh, it's like, and with our fathers, who received the lively oracles to give unto us.
So this is he. Who are we talking about? Christ, Hamashiach. This is he, Yahushua, that was in the church in the wilderness.
That's right.
In the church in the wilderness. Who were in the wilderness? The children of Israel, man. Yes. In the face. So when we speaking on church, we speaking on the children of Israel. Words have their own context, man. They don't understand this. Even words, man, we can kill a Christian, even an apologetic with the words. That church is going into those that were in the wilderness, man. Right? Read on.
Con. Verse 39.
No, at 38 again.
Con. Verse 38 from the top. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness with the angel, which spake to him in the Mount Sinai, and with our father.
Now it gives you even more clarity. Which spake to him, right? In the Mount Sinai. Who went up to Sinai and received the laws?
Moses.
And he gave them to who?
The Israelites.
Children of Israel, man.
Con.
He said the people.
Okay.
But I'm vague. And you know we gotta be
Specific.
we gotta be very, very stern with that because that's vague. The people, see, he said the people, all the people.
Oh, see, yeah, mixed multitude.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that because you know it was a mixed multitude among us too. Yeah, the people, all of them, yeah, all nations. No. We received the laws, right? We just gave it to them and told them, yeah, you can and can't do this. That's it. Finish it out.
And with our fathers.
With whose fathers?
Our fathers.
Read on.
Who received the lively oracles to give unto us.
Who received the oracles of God? See, these precepts are heavy, man. The children of Israel, man. We talked about it in Camp 101. Who mainly? Why do we have an advantage? Let's go to Romans 3:1. That's right. All praises out. Yeah, we're gonna go all the way through it.
Con. The book of Romans, chapter 3, and verse 1.
Read on.
And as then had the Jew, or what profit is there of circumcision?
What advantage do we have, and what is the profit of circumcision? Read.
Much every way.
Much every way. That means all around the board. Read.
Chiefly.
Mainly.
Because that unto them were committed the oracles of Yahweh.
Unto everybody.
Chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of Yahweh.
The oracles of God came to the children of Israel, man. That's why we have the advantage. That's why we are greater. The Lord, the Most High God gave us laws, statutes, and commandments, man, right? So y'all have y'all precepts for that, right?
That's also in the Old Testament saying what? Correlation. That's right, I need Hebrews to make the correlation, man. Always make the correlation. Because if it's written somewhere in the New Testament, it's 9 times out of 10, ain't gonna say always.
Yeah.
It's founded in the Old. Read that right quick. Remember, this is where we're trying to get brothers and sisters to click, mainly the brothers. Because we are the ones that's out there teaching. Remember, just because you see them using different words, that's why we have such thing as what? Synonyms. What you got up? Hold up, let's read this one right quick.
Con. The book of Psalms, chapter 147, in verse 19.
Uh-huh.
He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
It said he showeth his word, saying the same thing we just read word in Romans chapter 3, verse 1. Instead of judgments, word, he said what? Oracles. Going into the same thing. Read on up.
He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Read on up.
He have not dealt so with any nation.
Read on.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
Meaning the Most High God wasn't dealing with no other nations. He only gave his laws to us. Go ahead, Op.
All praises, man. That's how we go through there, man. That's how we try to adequately make ourselves master builders, man. Right? To be a master builder, you got to be able to know the scriptures. Because we make analogies. It's not about building with man's hand, right? What is it about? Building what?
Your mind.
Your mind. It's about building yourself, strengthening your mind up to knowing who you are, to what? Being able to be that Israelite that the Lord commanded you to be, man.
Right.
That's what the building is about, right?
Salaki, real quick. Yeah,
Go ahead.
Khan, brother, you called, like we said, I know we touched on that too, that Ezekiel chapter 31 saying the same thing, just on a deeper parabolic level. Ezekiel chapter 31 and verse 5.
Get that.
Read that right quick. So when brothers and sisters read the book of Ezekiel, remember it's a parable between Egypt and who? See if Bruce remember.
Adam.
That's right, Adam. It's a comparison between Egypt, how they was great at their time, as a comparison to Adam when he was great at his time. Read this out. Start at verse 4.
Ezekiel chapter 31 and verse 4. The waters made him great.
Meaning the understanding of the scriptures. Remember, water has different contexts. Depending on what context and what parable is going into shows you how it's being used. So you have water where you could be literal water. You also have water that goes into what? Nations. Then you have water that goes into what? Knowledge and understanding. This context is what? Knowledge and understanding. Read that again,
Khan. The waters made him great.
Meaning the understanding of the Bible made Adam great. Read on up.
Khan. The deep set him up on high.
The deep things about the scriptures made him on high. Read on up.
With her rivers running round about his plants.
With the other nations running through those things, because it was Adam's job to do what? Teach the other nations that God created in the beginning, his laws, statutes, and commandments. Read on up.
And sent out her little rivers unto all the trees of the field.
And it was a trickle down effect. Read on up.
Khan. Therefore his height was exalted above all the trees of the field.
Why? Because of the waters making him great. Saying the same thing. This is why we great. Romans chapter 3 verse 1. We're great because we what? Have the understanding of the scriptures. Do brothers and sisters understand that?
Khan.
You need 4 with 5. Read it out.
Khan. Was exalted above all the
Start at
trees.
verse 5 again.
Therefore his height was exalted above all the trees of the field.
That's why he was the top man above all the men that God created in Genesis. Remember, in this context, trees is a representation of what?
People.
Men. Read on up.
And his boughs were multiplied, and his branches became long because of the multitude of waters when he shot forth.
Do brothers and sisters understand that? Go ahead, Op.
Oh, praises, man. That's great, man. I had to write that down myself, man. That when you tie it in like that, man, it makes so much sense. You know what I'm saying? So, and we all here, man. We all trying to learn. You see captains, man. I had to hold up, man. You exactly right. Hey, that's great. Them things coincide, right? So we see this, man, right? We have that advantage because we have the oracles of the Most High God, right? Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 5. Matter of fact, hold that. Let's go to, before we go there, let's go to Mark 16, verse 20. Because I was speaking on that being a master builder is not about really putting your hand to the building, right? It's not about really about banging a hammer or using a drill bit, you know? Now, these things are great works for the Most High God, but it's ultimately about us what? Learning and what? Teaching the nations. That's what a master builder is, because when you set yourself up to be a master builder, what you are doing is showing and being a true light to the world for them to become master builders of themselves. Remember, we are building what? Our temples back to the Lord. This is what dedication is going into. Go to, what did I say? Mark. Yeah. Mark 16 and verse 20. Salakia.
(16 and 20). The book of Saint Mark, chapter 16 and verse 19. So then after the Lord had spoken unto them, he was received up into heaven and sat on the right hand of Yahweh. And they went forth and preached everywhere, the Lord working with them and confirming the word with signs following. Amen.
So we see the Lord was speaking to the 12 disciples, right? Now the Lord spoke to the 11. He spoke to the disciples, and he said he went forth and preached everywhere, the Lord working with them. That's that work. That's that building that that we need to be doing. When we become master builders, we got to understand it's not about just putting a hand to the plow, putting your drill bit down. The Lord worked with them by what? Confirming the word and signs to follow.
That's right.
Confirming the scriptures. Giving them understanding of the word of God. That's how we become master builders, y'all. See, people look at you like you crazy. So you mean to tell me you become a master builder by gaining? Yes. Think about it. It makes a lot of sense. Because to go to college, 2 years is a what? Associate's degree, right? You get you a decent little job, right? What's the other 2 years to make it a 4? Bachelor degree. Okay, we working with something, right? We 50,000 a year at least. You know what I'm talking about? We should be there, somewhere around there. But wait a minute. I can go and get my what? My master's. Now I'm looking at 80,000, 100,000. Yeah, stop playing. This is how you become a master builder. Because the more you master knowledge, the more you are able to succeed in life. See, they show us the game. We just don't accept it and use it for what we need to. They show us the game. Go get your master's, and hey, you can work anywhere. You can do anything, right? Because you gain the top knowledge that you need. That's what the Lord is saying right here. It says, and they went forth and preached everywhere, the Lord working with them, building with them. Except the what? Lord build the house.
That's right.
See, you got to go out there with the Lord on your side. You go out there with traditions of men, you go get what? Ran over, ran through.
That's right.
When we go out there with the Lord building with us. We building a temple to the next generation. We building ourselves. That's the part of becoming a master teacher. A master builder. Do we understand that?
Come.
Like my other coach said, does that make sense? My coach loved to say it, one of my coaches. And that makes sense? Do that make sense? Yes. In the face. Let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 5 now. We'll start from the top. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 1.
Come. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved, we have a building of Yahweh, an house not made with hands.
A house not made with hands. Y'all see where we going now?
Mm-hmm.
So we talking about the building, but we're actually talking about a house that's not made with hands. We're talking about this spiritual knowledge. We're talking about concerning spiritual and spiritual.
That's right.
Right? We're talking about coming into the knowledge of who we are. Read.
Come. For in this we groan earnestly, desiring to be clothed upon with our house, which is from heaven.
Which is from where?
Which is from heaven.
Read that again.
For in this we groan earnestly, desiring to be clothed upon with our house, which is from heaven.
Which is from heaven. We groan earnestly. That means we go through some heartache and pain while we are building. But we do that because we looking forward to that what? Salvation, man.
Come.
Read on.
Verse 3. If so be that being clothed, we shall not be found naked.
We shall not be found naked or in what?
Sin.
Or in sin, right? Clothed with that righteousness, right? Clothed with the commandments. Read on.
Come. For we that are in this tabernacle do groan.
But in this present time, in this body, this physical tabernacle, we do groan, right? We have some heartaches. Shoulder been giving out on me, man. I'm talking about this shoulder of mine, man. I'm telling you, I need a new one. I need a new one. I'm talking about the rotator cuff is just, it's out of there. I feel like I shoot a whole lot better if I had a new rotator cuff, man.
Good.
Left knee ain't that good either no more. You know what I'm saying? I always feel it. It's the only one I feel after I get through balling. The left, I'm like, what's up with the left knee? I had the surgery on the right, but it's just we grown earnestly in this physical tabernacle, right? Read.
For that, it's like for we that are in this tabernacle do grow.
This house, this building, read.
Being
what? How are we burdened? Aches and pains, what? Curses. Life. What they say, life is lifing for the children of Israel. You best believe it. Yeah, we got curses over here. For Esau and them to think that they ain't got to go through nothing. We sitting there going through curses on a daily basis, man. Come on, man. Stop it. Right? Read on.
Being burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that morality might be swallowed up of life. Mortality, Salakia. That mortality might be swallowed up of life. Now he that had wrought us for the self same thing is Yahweh, who also hath given unto us the earnest of the Spirit. Therefore, we are always confident. We are always confident, knowing that whilst we are home in the body, we are absent from the Lord.
Yeah, I understand. You got something?
Yeah, go back to verse 4. Because that thing heavy what I can bring out. This thing is real heavy. Read verse 4 again.
Yeah, this mic. I can say, well, this mic is out the spirit, man.
It is, man.
Give them this one, that one on work, and I take it back and
For
work.
real. Turn mine up a little bit too on this. Can you reach it right quick, brother?
Turn me up, son. Turn me up.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Can brothers and sisters hear me? Read verse 4 again.
Verse 4 from the top. For we that are in this tabernacle do grow.
And like I was saying, going into these carnal bodies, man, because we know that these carnal bodies give us hell. Read on out.
Being burdened.
Being burdened, like we say, with life in. Read on out.
Not for that we would be unclothed.
Not for that we will be unclothed. What is that going into? Say it again. In sin, man. Because we understand the hardships that come with it. Remember, the Most High God has to constantly put us through the test to see whether or not, guess what, we worthy of our calling, man. To whether or not we gonna not be emotional, not be wicked, we just gonna apply what the scriptures say, man. This is what this is going into. Give me the book of Psalms chapter 132.
Con.
Yeah, con up. Because remember, these are just similitudes for keeping the commandments and not keeping the commandments. Being naked is a similitude for sin. Being clothed is a similitude for putting on the commandments. Do brothers and sisters understand that? Read that out.
The book of Psalms, chapter 132 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
Let thy priests be clothed with righteousness.
With what out?
With righteousness.
Righteousness is what? Deuteronomy 6:25, keeping the law. Our priests should be clothed with righteousness, meaning the laws of the Most High. Read on.
And let thy saints shout for joy.
Now give me Exodus chapter 32 and verse what?
25.
Let's get that. Going into sin, precept for clothed being the commandments. Now we getting a precept for naked being sin.
The book of Exodus, chapter 32 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
And when Moses saw that the people were naked, for Aaron had made them naked unto their shame amongst their enemies.
Why? Because they had made a golden calf. That made them naked, meaning put them in sin. When you're in sin, you're in what? In shame. Do brothers and sisters understand that? Go back up. Read verse 4 again. Give it back to Captain Yar.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 4. For we that are in this tabernacle do groan.
Do what up?
Do groan.
Read on up.
Being burdened. Not for that we would be unclothed.
Not that we want to be in sin. Read on.
But clothed upon.
But clothed upon. No. Hey, we established the commandments, man. Like it says in the book of Romans. Read on up.
that mortality might be swallowed up of life.
And that's how we're able to get through this life, by doing what? By keeping the commandments, man. Because we know the Most High God ultimately does what? Have compassion, have grace upon us, make even our enemies be at peace with us. All these things fall up under that. Go ahead,
Become. Hey, that's great how I went through that, man. That's exactly what we need. This is part of us becoming those master builders, that what you take time to go through these scriptures and bring out the most knowledge you possibly can of it, right? Take all the meat out the bone. Read 5 and 1 again. How about the 1?
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved,
This earthly house, these bodies, read.
we have a building of Yahweh.
We have a building of God, which is also this tabernacle, but it's that spirit, right?
Right.
That the Lord put it within us, read.
An house not made with hand, eternal in the heaven.
But the house that we're talking about is not made with hands. It's not the work that we're putting in with the hammer or the, like I said, the drill bit. But it is what? What is it that we're working on to be master builders? Righteous what? Righteous rehearsals, all praises. Let's go to that Judges 5 and 11. This is what it's really about. We are trying to build ourselves for the kingdom, man. To build our tabernacles to be fitted for the kingdom, to be able to work for the Lord, man. It ain't about the building that made with hands. It's about the righteous rehearsals that we put in forth to show the Most High God that we are adequate builders. Read this.
The book of Judges, chapter 5 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
They that are delivered from the noise of archers.
From the noise of archers, read.
In the places of drawing water.
In their captivity, in the places of drawing water, their captivity, read.
There.
Where?
There.
Right here, read.
Shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
These are the rehearsals that we're doing, right? New moons, right? 7-day Sabbaths, feast of dedications, feast of tabernacle, right? Pentecost, Passovers, right? These are the righteous rehearsals that we are fitting ourselves for to be master builders, to build ourselves back to the Lord, man. Do we understand that?
Mariah, how you dedicating yourself back to the Lord? Mama Mariah.
It's a good question, huh?
How you dedicating yourself back to the Lord? Sisters, y'all already know where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
And let me think of something for Cap called me.
Right.
How you dedicating yourself back to the Lord, sis? Okay. Guess what that is? That's
great.
A great way.
That's exactly
Because
right.
it's manifolds. It's many ways that you could dedicate yourself back to the Most High within the scriptures.
That's right.
Sister Anaya, what's another one? Okay, that's
Become.
another good one.
Become.
Sister Genesis, what's another one? That's a great.
It's great.
Sister Dara, what's another one? That's right.
All
Reading,
praise.
that's how you obtain that knowledge that Ak is going into. That's how you obtain master knowledge. Sister Keo, how you rededicating yourself back to the Most High? Which says what? Come.
All praise.
Those are ways. And we want brothers and sisters to constantly meditate on those things too. What are you doing to dedicate yourself to the Most High? Go ahead, Ak.
It's a great question, man. And we all should be able to answer that, because dedicating yourself is knowing self, right? The Bible says, know ye not who? Your own self. Yeah, so me rededicating myself, I need to know exactly what I'm working in, what I'm proing in, and like I said, what my cons are. And I need to rededicate myself by working on my cons. Do we understand that? All praises, man. Let's go to Haggai chapter 2. Yeah, we don't go there often, right? I know. Flipping like a I know. I just made it. I made it. I'm here. I'm outside. I made it. Shoot.
Man, I'm coming.
Look at I try to call him. Come on, Don. After Zephaniah. Between Zephaniah and Zechariah, I know it. It's tough.
Man.
Trust me, I know it.
That's a one.
Read them small books.
Haggai tough, boy.
Con, man.
Haggai chapter 2, verse 9.
Con, the book of Haggai, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former.
And if we are properly building ourselves back to the Lord, the glory of the latter house or the end game should be better than the start game. Do we understand that? Does that make sense?
Con.
Read.
Con, said the Lord of hosts, and in this place will I give peace, said the Lord of hosts. In the 24th day of the 9th month, in the 2nd year of Darius, came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, Thus said the Lord of hosts, as now the priests concerning the law, saying.
Concerning the what?
Concerning the law.
Concerning the law. Read on.
If one bear holy flesh in the skirt of his garment, and with his skirt do touch bread or pottage or wine or oil or any meat, shall it be holy? And the priest answered and said, No.
Read on.
Then said Haggai, If one that is unclean by a dead body touch any of these, shall it be unclean? And the priest answered and said, It shall be unclean.
So what? That's kind of a tough one. I won't give you that. What do you think this is going into 12 and 13? What do you think Haggai is saying? In 12, yes, my Benjamite brother. Okay, I like it because 9. Read 9 again.
Con, the glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former, said the Lord of hosts. And in this place will I give peace, said the Lord of hosts.
Read 12 and 13 again.
If one bear holy flesh in the skirt of his garment, and with his skirt do touch bread or pottage, or wine or oil, or any meat, shall it be holy?
Shall it be holy then? Read.
And the priest answered and said, No.
No. Read on.
Then said Haggai, If one that is unclean by a dead body toucheth any of these, shall it be unclean? And the priest answered and said, It shall be unclean.
It shall be unclean. Guess what? To build on that house, you can't go back to them old ways. That's right. If the Lord says you got to build it with that cedar wood, ain't no way in hell I'm finna go get a regular old tree bark and try to put that wood up in there, man. I'm not going back to those old ways and still think that I can what? Have my latter greater than the former. Do that make sense? I cannot continue to go into my old ways and think that I'm building this house better than what it was before. It won't work. It doesn't make sense.
That's right.
Go ahead, out.
Who knows what holy flesh is? Y'all know what it is. Read verse 12 again.
Con, if one bear holy flesh in the skirt of his garment, and with his skirt do touch bread.
Do touch what?
Do touch bread.
What kind of bread?
Showbread.
Showbread. This is going into the priests doing the daily administrations in the temple. This is going into the holy bread, the pottage, going into the wine, going into the oil that they offer sacrifices to the Most High. They had to be on point. Everything had to be on point with the Most High. That's why Haggai is bringing this back up as a metaphor and as a comparison. Can they do that and still build and do the service of the Most High? Can they be unclean and still do the work of the Most High? No. Can we still be in sin and do the work of the Most High? This is that same comparison. That's what holy flesh is going into in this context. Do brothers and sisters understand that? That's why he asked the priest, could they be unclean with defiling of food? Most High wasn't playing no type of games. Everything had to be tip top in order. Do brothers and sisters understand that? Who don't understand that? Go ahead, Op.
All praises become, man. Let's go to Luke 14. Because we got to understand, like I said, building is really building, working on self. Getting more understanding of the scriptures of who you are, of what your God requires of you. Right? Yes, Luke 14 and 28. Because this is another thing that we have to do when we become master builders.
The book of St. Luke, chapter 14 and verse 28. For which one of you intending to build a tower?
Which one of you intending to build a tower?
Sit it not down first and counted the cost.
And do what?
And counted the cost.
Who don't count the cost, man? Which one of you trying to rebuild your temple, but you haven't counted the cost of what you need to do? You haven't put on the table, I need to work on my reading more. I need to work on my study habits more. I need to do this. I need to be able to do this. I got to get better at this. Who trying to build a temple without counting the cost of how much they going to have to use? How much time they going to have to put into it? Right? When people get jobs to build things, they get a set time that they have. You're going to have a certain amount of days to get this project put up, right? They count the cost. They go see how many laborers they're going to need. They're going to see how many tools they have to get, right, for each laborer. They count the cost so that the work will be done in the proper time. Who is trying to rebuild themselves, rededicate themselves back to the Lord, and not count the cost on what they need to work on what they need to do better, on how they can properly be a master builder, become a master builder? It's about counting the cost, man. You gotta weigh your checks and balances. You gotta put it all on the table. You gotta be honest with yourself. I struggle in this area. Yeah, I know. I kind of said the area, right? Area. AREA. I study. I struggle in this sport, right? So what I need to do is count the cost and see what I need to do better in this spot or this area, so that I can become better and be a better a master teacher.
That's right.
So I can dedicate myself back to the Lord wholeheartedly. Right? So I can give the Lord my best. Cause we ain't trying to be like who?
Okay.
We ain't trying to be like Cain. We want to give that offering like Abel, man. We don't want to just give him half of us, right? Well, I'm gonna give you this, but I'm gonna still do this though. I'm gonna rededicate my left side, but the right side we still gonna kick it over here, right? Like you said, I'm gonna be an Israelite nigga, man. Right? I'm gonna be a real Israelite nigga. I'm telling you, we can't do that. We gotta count the cost on building, man. Read it again.
For which one of you intending to build a tower, sit it not down first and count it the cost, whether you have sufficient to finish it?
Whether you got enough. Hey, do I got enough to finish this building? Am I gonna run out of my wits? If women my problem, am I gonna let women run me out of my wits? If I know that it's a long race, it's not a race, but it's a marathon. Am I gonna fall? Am I gonna run out of breath? Yeah, I got you. Come on, man. You gotta count it. You gotta make sure you got enough time to finish. It's a marathon. It ain't a race. Do I have what it takes to become that daughter of Zion, that princess of the Lord? Do I have what it takes to become that king, man?
That's right.
Right?
Also, do you have enough spiritual gas in the tank?
That's right.
Because a lot of times brothers and sisters can get complacent. They think that they got everything understood. Hey, they ain't going off. They think everything is everything. And guess what? The Most High God will throw a spiritual speed bump in your way. I got it, Doc. You good? Yeah.
All praises. So we got to count the cost as well, man, right? To become these master builders, we got to count that cost. Let's go to Psalm 62 and 12.
Let's read verse 29.
Oh, okay. Keep reading. Before we go.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14 and verse number 29. Lest happily, after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it.
And is what?
And is not able to finish
That's
it.
why you got to count the cost. You done laid it all out. You done did all this. But now you get to the point to where you see, I can't finish this job. I don't got enough time. I don't got enough tools. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough things to finish it. Read.
Enough patience.
Read. Boy, heavy.
All that behold to begin to mock him. Let me read that again. This is the book of Luke chapter 14 verse 29. Least happily, after he laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him.
I'm going to tell you, man, that's heavy, man.
That's right.
Because that is exactly what people do when they see each and every one of these brothers and sisters fall out the truth.
That's right.
They waiting on you to fall. They waiting on you to fit. Hey, yeah, I'm done. They waiting on you to come back. Tell me, what's up, nigga? Hey, Crip, security, nigga, flow, go, cuss. Hey, cut. Say, cut, it's going down. Go here. Say, they waiting on you to get back in them streets. Let me hit that. Hold on, bro. I thought you, man, forget all that. Yeah, they mocking you. See, look at this nigga. I told you. They behind you back to me. I told you this nigga want to go, man. I told you, man.
That thing goes
That
deep.
is heavy, man.
Because guess what? Even Ock touching on it, we're going to touch on it as in the sense of Israelites on Israelites. Even with, like we say, with Deacon Hakar and Hassad, brothers in the truth still going back. Don't think that Christians ain't mocking that. They mocking the hell out of that. See, because we got the gospel, see, them brothers came back to the light. That is a form of mocking because brothers didn't hold to the foundation that they started building on. That thing can happen to any one of us. Carried away with doctrines, carried away. You trying to be a master builder under Christianity. That ain't building. That ain't no work, man. It's not gonna work. These things can happen both ways, brothers and sisters. We have to think about this, man. Go ahead, Op.
Big come, man. Like I say, get on TikTok, contending for the faith. Hey, your boys already said salvation for everybody.
For real.
I'm like, come on, man. Chill out, bro. First of all, man, we totally different camps, man. Yeah, we Israelites, but hey, we chill out, man. As I said, they definitely do that, man. They are mocking, man. All Israel ain't Israel. You know what I'm talking about? They definitely mock on that, man. That's heavy, man. Read on.
Verse 30, saying, this man began to build.
Oh, he started out. Yeah, y'all started being Israelites, but what?
And was not able to finish.
Yeah, you back. Hey, happy to see you back, bro. Yeah, we finna go Christmas shopping right now. You ready? Happy to see you back, sis. We going to the club right now. You got that dress? You got that freakum dress? Yeah, come on with it. I got one for you. You ain't got one, I got one for you. Right? Read on.
Verse 31, or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and consulted whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000.
And that's about counting the cost as well, too, because now, right, we going to have some wars.
That's right.
As we build. You don't count that cost? What, you thought it was all going to be peachy cream? Oh, you thought you wasn't going to have no heartache and pain because you became Israelite. Oh, you thought it was all shade over here. Shade, laid, made in the shade.
Or you think it was going to be an even number of men on both sides? Did y'all, what we read was 10,000 against 20,000.
That's right.
The odds are not on our side.
That's right. The odds are against us, man. That's why they go out there. You know, they say that all the time. Y'all ain't got, what, 10, 12 people out here, 15 people out here.
That's right.
Why y'all ain't got a lot of people out here? Because the Lord don't need numbers.
That's right.
The Lord give you the opportunity to what? Repent. Come back to your nationality. Remember, the Lord sent people back. Yeah, I'll take this 300, but we don't need all that. Because eventually you going to think that y'all did something yourself.
That's right.
So we got to count the cost on these things, man. We got to understand, count the cost is understanding that guess what? It's going to be some hardship along the way of this building. Things going to present themselves and be hard for us sometimes, but are you going to keep building or are you going to go on and just say, yeah, we done for the day? Matter of fact, we done for the week. Matter of fact, Give them their money. We ain't gonna finish this project. Lord got us on a project to finish, man. We got to count the cost on that, man. Let's go to Psalm 62. You want some more on that?
No.
62 and 12.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 62 and verse 12. And it reads, also unto thee, O Lord, belongeth mercy.
Mercy belongs to the Lord. Read.
For thou hast for thou rendest to every man according to his work.
You're going to get rewarded according to your work.
That's right.
However hard you work on this building, you're gonna get rewarded on that.
That's right.
If you work half-ass on that building, well, in respect to get a half-ass reward. If you go full 100% for the Most High God and trying to rededicate this building and become a master builder, well, you're going to get the reward, man. Right? Read that again. Psalm 62 and 12.
Con. The book of Psalms, chapter 62 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Also unto thee, O Lord, belongeth mercy. For thou renderest mercy to every man according to his work.
According to his work. Let's go to the Apocrypha. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. No, we had to get in Wisdom of Solomon.
All right.
We'll read 1 and 12.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 12. Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands.
So with the works of your hand, well, that thing tripping. So with the works of your hands, you can get rewarded whatever your reward is, right? But don't get that reward of destruction by the works of your hands. Don't just leave that building alone until that building become destroyed. Because it says, and put not upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands. So you go get your reward, whether it be righteous works or whether it be works fitted for destruction, man, for you, right?
Right.
Let's go to Psalms 18. 18 and 20.
Con. The book of Psalms, chapter 18 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness.
The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, right? Read.
According to the cleanness of my hands hath he recompensed me.
According to the cleanliness of my hands. Who you think we finna go into?
Huh?
What? 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 Did you hear the words that was in the Lord's mouth right there?
Crazy.
What's his name? Chris Tucker said, you hear the words coming out of my mouth? You can't hear the words coming out of the Lord's mouth. It said, the Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanliness of my hands. Hath he recompensed me? We know Esau ain't clean by far.
Damn, so ain't right.
That's right. No righteousness. Who y'all think we finna go into? The cleanliness of my hands.
David.
Close. Who?
Solomon.
Solomon. According to the cleanliness of my hands.
Con.
Remember, King David was a man after the Lord's heart, right? But did the Lord choose David to build the temple? He chose who?
Solomon.
Solomon. Why? Because Solomon's hands were clean at that time.
Right.
David had what? He had what? Yeah, David had killed a lot of men, but what did David do for Solomon?
Set him in order.
He charged him.
That's right.
He got him ready
That's right.
to be next. See, David charged Solomon to be that king, but the Lord chose Solomon because of his cleanliness, right? Because he had a clear skate, right?
Clean slate.
Clean slate, right? Words, boy, just I say whatever, and you understand it too. But that's what Israel do. Well, you understand it. Yeah, I know what you were saying. Yeah, I know what you were saying. Yeah, I know you do, because that's how we work. That's how we work.
Won't think a second thought.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. Back to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9.
Cuz.
Remember that the Lord say He go what? Recompense us or reward us according to our works, man.
That's right.
That's why the Lord chose Solomon, man. Not that David didn't put in works. David had blood on his hands, man.
Cuz.
Put in a different type.
Yeah, for real. David was a killer, straight killer. Hey, look. But he charged his son Solomon to fall out his steps and be what? A man after the Lord's heart like he was, man.
Cuz.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, start at verse 1.
Cuz. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
O God of my fathers and Lord of mercy, who hath made all things with thy word.
Who has made all things with thy word, which is what?
Right.
He made all things with thy word, which is what? Huh? I can't hear you. Christ. Ain't brothers acting like they ain't. You don't fall off. Y'all been doing good. Don't fall off like golf.
Right.
Don't fall off like golf, man.
Don't seem too sure.
You made everything with thy word. Christ is that word. Read.
Con, and ordained man through thy wisdom, that he should have dominion over the creatures which thou hast made.
Who was that?
Adam.
All praises. Redemption.
Con, verse 3. And order the world according to equity and righteousness.
Y'all know what equity is? Equity is going into fairness.
Quality.
Right?
Right.
Equity is going into the fairness, man. The righteous judgment that the Lord had. And that's fair, right? For Esau to go into what? Captivity after they did what? Put us in the captivity, right?
Right.
That's the equity that the Lord has given us, man. Read.
And execute judgment with an upright heart. Give me wisdom.
What did Solomon say?
Give me wisdom.
When did Solomon say this?
1 Kings chapter 3 and 5.
1 Kings. Why did Solomon say give me wisdom? What did the Lord ask him?
What do you want?
He asked him what did he want, right? That's right. Let's go to I got 2 Chronicles.
Both of them.
Yeah, I know you. Let's go to 2 Chronicles chapter 1.
1 to 10.
Start at 7. Second Chronicles chapter 1 verse 7.
The book of 2 Chronicles chapter 1 and verse 7. And that night did God appear unto Solomon and said unto him, Ask what I shall give thee. And Solomon said unto God, Thou hast showed great mercy unto David my father, and hast made me to reign in his stead. Now, O Lord God, let thy promise unto David my father be established. For thou hast made me king over a people, like the dust of the earth in multitude.
Read.
Give me now wisdom and knowledge.
Give me now what?
Wisdom and knowledge.
Read.
That I may go out and come in before this people. For who can judge this thy people that is so great?
And that's what we need while we are rebuilding our temples. To become master builders, we need to ask the Lord for wisdom and knowledge to go out and what? Judge the people. To go out and give them right and wrong. To what? Do Ezekiel 47 and 23. To what? Make a difference between clean and unclean. We need wisdom to be able to do that. Hey, this is right according to the Lord. This is wrong according to the Lord, right?
That's right.
That's what Solomon asked for. To be a master builder, we need to ask for wisdom and knowledge from the Lord. Read.
Con. Verse 11. And God said to Solomon, Because this was in thine heart, and thou hast not asked riches, wealth, or honor, nor the life of thine enemies, neither yet hast thou asked long life, but hast asked wisdom and knowledge for thyself, that thou mayest judge my people, over whom I have made thee king. Wisdom and knowledge is granted unto thee.
Wisdom and knowledge is granted. Read.
And I will give thee riches and wealth and honor, such as none of the kings have had that have been before thee. Neither shall there be any after thee have the like.
So Solomon, wasn't going to be nobody rich like Solomon, man, right? Wealthy, giving everything like Solomon. We said before him or after him, right? Solomon asked for wisdom to judge the people, man. That's what we need to ask for the Most High God. To become these master builders, we need to humble ourselves down. I ask you this today. When the Lord can visit you right now and ask you for what you want, who can honestly say that they're going to ask for wisdom? Lord, I need a little help. I need a little money now, you know. Car, who can honestly say that they would ask the Lord for wisdom right now? Think about it. That's what Solomon asked for, and for the Lord, and for Solomon asking for that, the Lord granted Solomon with wisdom and everything else. Because if you got wisdom and understanding enough as you want and need, you should have wisdom enough to know how to handle money,
Right.
how to handle gain,
Right.
how to handle defeat, how to handle ups and downs, right? Wisdom is the most, principal thing according to Proverbs 4 and 7.
That's right.
Get that. That's what the Bible say. Get that. Go ahead, Doc.
Because it's also saying the same thing. Remember, saying the same thing. Who could kind of figure where Christ was saying this? Any takers? Think about it. And what? You in the spirit, I'll help you out. 6:33. Paraphrase, let me see. That's right. That's saying the same thing.
That's right.
Read that right quick. Saying the same exact thing. Y'all make sure y'all precept these things. The
Con.
more and more we read, the more understanding the Most High God gives us. For us to be able to correlate like Captain Yara is doing with the class. Read this out.
Con, the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 33.
Bring it out.
But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh.
So when you are seeking the kingdom of the Most High, you are doing what? Gaining his knowledge, gaining his wisdom.
Right.
Read on out.
And his righteousness.
And his righteousness mean what? Keeping his laws. Read on.
And all these things shall be added unto you.
So if you want these things, guess what? Keep the commandments. Understand the scriptures. Seek wisdom. All those things will be added unto you. You'll have riches, honor, glory, power, control over the planet Earth. You'll have these things. That's exactly what Christ is saying right here. You brothers and sisters understand that. Go ahead, Doc.
All praises. Let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9 and let's read verse 4 again.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and verse 4. Give me wisdom that sitteth by thy throne, and reject me not from among thy children. For I thy servant and son of thine handmaid am a feeble person, and of a short time, and too young for the understanding of judgment and law.
Crazy work. Crazy work. Verse 5. Read verse 5 again.
Verse 5 from the top. For I thy servant and son of thine handmaid.
And son of thy handmaid. Was Solomon the son of a handmaid? Yeah. I'll go see what somebody go look and be like, what? Son of a handmaid. That's what the scriptures say, right? And son of thy handmaid. Let's go to 1 Kings, y'all.
Con.
Let's go to 1 Kings, man. Yeah. Start at I want to start up though. Let's start at 5. Because we got to get the understanding of why she said this. Read start at verse 5.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 1 and verse 5. Then Adonijah, the son of Haggith, exalted himself, saying, I will be king. And he prepared him chariots and horsemen and 50 men to run before him. Verse 8. But Zadok the priest, and Benaniah the son of Jehoiada, and Nathan the prophet, and Shammai, and Ray, and the mighty men which belonged to David, were not with Adonijah.
So we see Adonijah tried to make himself king.
Correct.
Right? He tried to put himself on, and he really tried to debo something. He tried to take something, right? But it said that, guess what? The mighty men, Zadok and Benaniah, they were not with him. He didn't go get them. Why? Because the wicked go deal with who? The wicked. The wicked ain't gonna go and try to get the righteous. Because Zadok and Benaniah would have did what?
Got on them.
They would have rebuked them. What? Stop. Read on.
Verse 9. And Adonijah slew sheep and oxen and fat cattle by the stone of Zeheleth, which is by En Rogel, and called all his brethren, the king's son, and all the men of Judah, the king's servant.
Read on.
But Nathan the prophet, and Benaniah, and the mighty men, and Solomon his brother, he called not.
Yeah, but he didn't call them. He tried to call everybody else. Right? Yeah, but he didn't call them. Go ahead. He didn't call Benaniah and Solomon, right?
Right.
Because who was next up? Solomon.
I'm going to tell you, too, and that's some heavy stuff. You have to watch out for brothers and sisters. Like we said, if we are dealing with one another, you have to watch out for certain spirits that try to exclude brothers and sisters, too. That's one thing brothers and sisters have to watch out about. Because a lot of times, brothers and sisters is doing what? Up to no good. You have to watch those particular type of spirits. Do brothers and sisters understand that? And this is a prime example of that. This is a great example, man. Not saying, brothers and sisters, use wisdom and discernment with that, if y'all know what I mean. Go ahead, Aunt.
Read on.
Verse 11. Wherefore Nathan spake unto Bathsheba, the mother of Solomon.
The mother of Solomon, read.
Saying, hast thou not heard that Adonijah, the son of Haggith, doeth reign, and David our Lord knoweth it not?
So he tried to go behind David back. Like you said, try to take a couple of people with him. Try to intervene, read.
Now therefore come, let me, I pray thee, give thee counsel, that thou mayest save thy own life, and the life of thy son Solomon.
So Nathan's in the spirit, right? He go to Bathsheba and tell her, hey, look, man, this dude on some wicked stuff. I'm going to give you the game on what you need to go do so that everything can stay the same and be good for you and your son. Solomon, read.
Go and get thee unto the king David, and say unto him, didst not thou, my lord, O king, swear unto thine handmaid?
Unto thy who?
Unto thine handmaid.
Unto thy handmaid. He said, Nathan, tell her, go and tell him this. Did not you swear by Solomon that he would be king? Read.
Saying, assuredly, Solomon thy son shall reign after me, and he shall sit upon my throne. Why then doeth Adonijah reign? Behold, while thou yet talkest there with the king, I also will come in after thee and confirm thy words.
So Nathan gave her the game. Look, go do this and say this, and then right after you tell him this, I'm going to come right out there and we go confirm it. Like, yeah, hey, you did say that, right? Because Adonijah over here trying to debo. He trying to put game in. But Bathsheba called herself a handmaid, right? Nathan told her to call herself a handmaid. Why? Because handmaids means something. It means to be humble. It means to show great humbleness, especially around the king. Right? This is why Nathan told her to call herself a handmaid, because it means to go, when you go around the king around this time and you call yourself a handmaid, even though she was not, it just gives her great humility or humbleness in front of the king, right? It says shows humble or humility in front of a king. That's what handmaid mean. So when he said the son of a handmaid, he's referring back to this First Kings chapter, right? So make sure y'all put that. Not actually saying she was a handmaid, but in the Hebrew text, when you say you're a handmaid, you're basically showing humility or humbleness to the king. So while I was reading that, I was like, man, hold on, man. I'm like, I know Bathsheba wasn't no handmaid. I'm like, well, we got to go see what's up with this. Right? So that's what it does. It's part of being master builders, though, right? So let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon 9 and read verse 4 again. Verse 5 again.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and verse 5. For I, thy servant, and son of thine handmaid, am a feeble person, and of a short time, and too young for the understanding of judgment and laws. For though a man be never so perfect among the children of men, yet if thy wisdom be not with him, he shall be nothing regarded.
So this is why Solomon asked for that wisdom. He said, you can be as good as you want to be, but except you got the wisdom of the Lord with you, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna prosper. Except the Lord build the house, right? Read on.
Thou hast chosen me to be a king of thy people and a judge of thy sons and daughters. Thou hast commanded me to build a temple upon thy holy mount, and an altar in the city wherein thou dwellest, a resemblance of thy holy tabernacle, which thou hast prepared from the beginning.
He said, you chose me to build a temple, a resemblance of whose tabernacle? Of thy tabernacle.
That's right.
So when we become master builders, we need to build ourselves and be a resemblance of what?
The holy tabernacle.
The holy tabernacle, the Most High God, or what? Christ, like it told us, right? It told us when we do build that we need to reverence who? Christ, right? Yeah, that's what our tabernacle need to be in resemblance of. Go ahead, Doc.
What I'm thinking, Brother Azariah, let me see if Bruce is in the damn spirit. What I'm thinking, Brother Azariah, because he gave me that look like he knew. Damn it! Who remember? Who? I just said it. Read that again. Read verse 8 again.
Verse 8. Thou hast commanded me to build a temple upon thy holy mountain, and an altar in the city wherein thou dwellest. A resemblance.
A what?
A resemblance.
A what?
A resemblance.
Read on up.
Of the holy tabernacle.
Hold up. Who remember? You remember, Brother Yakar? That's right. What's the precepts? That's why it's pivotal to take notes. Y'all, and I literally just said that if someone's going to come up in the Sabbath class, y'all don't understand how pivotal it is to take notes. What'd you hear? What's the precept? I got it, but I need the precept. But go ahead, Brother Bala. What? What you got, Brother Azariah? No. Let's go to the book of Hebrews. We literally just went over this. Hebrews chapter what?
3.
And what?
3.
Read that out. No.
1. Salagi. 1? You want to start at 1?
Read that out.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 3 and verse 1. Wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and high priest of our profession.
No, that's not it.
You said what?
Go to the book of Hebrews, chapter 8 and verse number 4.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 8 and verse 4. For if he were on earth, he should not be a priest, seeing that there are priests that offer gifts according to the law.
Verse 5 is the point. Read that out.
Who serve unto the example and shadow of heavenly things, as Moses was admonished of Yahweh when he was about to make the tabernacle. For see, saith he, that thou make all things according to the pattern showed to thee in the mount.
Meaning the Most High God showed them what? In the heavens. Do brothers understand that? We literally just, what's the precept to it? All praises, man. At least get half of it right. Twins them looking like first ones in the building. I mean, first row seat. Y'all ain't got that precept? I'm gonna start popping knuckles around this month. Like them old teachers, man. Hebrews 8:5 and Exodus 25:9. Captain, y'all just gave us a new precept. Yeah, that was, yeah. That one was, I misspoke on that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ock. Do Bruce got the precepts? Hebrews 8:5, Exodus 25:9. Hold up, I got it out because I don't want to throw Bruce off. Exodus 25:9. No. For real. 25:9. Hebrews 8:5, Exodus 25:9, and what Captain Yara just gave us in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 9. Showing you that they all had what? Most High God give them the measurements of what was in the third heavens and made the temple according to what the Most High God has. What you got, Ock? We just stand here. We ain't going. I mean, yes, the measurements, yeah. Ezekiel chapter 47. What you had, Ezekiel, y'all? Yeah, saying the same thing. Come on. So, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 9. Go ahead.
Become 9 and 9 and 9 and 8 and 9 and 9. 9 and 8 and 9. Wisdom of Solomon 9, 8 and 9. Read verse Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 8.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and verse 8. Thou hast commanded me to build a temple upon thy holy mount, and an altar in the city wherein thou dwellest, a resemblance of the holy tabernacle.
A what?
A resemblance of the holy tabernacle.
There you go. Read on.
Which thou hast prepared from the beginning.
Okay, from the beginning. Read on.
And wisdom was with thee, which knoweth thy works, and was present when thou madest the world, and knew what was acceptable in thy sight, and right in thy commandments.
Read on.
O send her out of thy holy heavens, and from the throne of thy glory, that being present she may labor with me.
That who may labor with me?
Christ.
Wisdom.
Right.
That's what we need to be laborers with. We need to labor with wisdom. Read.
That I may know what is pleasing unto thee.
And that's what we want to know. We want to be laborers of wisdom to know what is pleasing to the Lord and what is not pleasing, right? Read on. What that sound like?
Proverbs
7:21.
Oh.
What did he say on it? Yep. Go to second edges right quick. 7:21.
Right. I mean, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 8.
Come. Verse 10 of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 said, "O send her out of the holy heavens from thy throne of glory, that being present she may labor with me, that I may know what."
Con. Oh. Con, the book of Second Esdras. You said 7:21. The book of Second Esdras, chapter 7 and verse 21. For Yahweh had given straight commandments to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
It said that I may know what is pleasing unto the Lord. That's what wisdom gonna do.
Con.
Wisdom goes show you what's pleasing to him and what you should avoid for punishment, right? Read on. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 9 and read verse 11.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and verse 11. For she knoweth and understandeth all things, and she shall lead me soberly in my doing.
Me what?
And she shall lead me soberly in my doing. And preserve me in her power.
Verse 12.
So shall my works be acceptable.
That's what we want. We want our works to be acceptable, man. As master teachers, we want our works to be acceptable to the Lord. That's the whole thing. Me dedicating my temple, I want that thing to be acceptable to the Lord. That's the work that I want acceptable. Read.
And she shall lead me soberly in my doings and preserve me in her power. So shall my works be acceptable. And then shall I judge thy people righteously.
And what?
And be worthy to sit in my father's seat.
And be worthy to sit in my father's seat. Hey, man, we better rededicate this temple right, man. If you want to be worthy to sit in your father's seat, man, you said, in my house I got many mansions. You want to be worthy to sit in that? You better come on with it. You better do what you have to do. You better let wisdom guide you in your building and rebuild your temple, man. Let's go to stay in Wisdom of Solomon, go to 2 and 11.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon. Every time. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice.
Our strength need to be what?
The law of justice.
The law. Let our strength in building be the law. Right? That's to be a master builder. Read.
For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
Because that which is feeble, which is going into what? Sin, vanity, these things are feeble. They have to be found as nothing.
That's right.
Read.
Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean, contrary to our doing.
He is what?
He is clean, contrary to our doing.
He is clean. You want to build and be clean, man, right? Like who? Who was clean?
Right.
Christ, Solomon, right? Going
right.
into the interchangeable, right? Read on.
He upbraided us with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy, the transgressings of our education.
The transgressions of our education, because our law is our education. The breaking of our law, that's our education. You got something up?
Yeah. Verse 11 again.
Verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice.
Let our what out?
Let our strength be the law of justice.
Who got the precept?
15.
All praise, man. Brothers in the spirit, man. Read that right quick. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Brothers in the spirit, man.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 56. The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law.
Is the what out?
Is the law.
How we overcome sin is by keeping the law.
Right.
It's telling you plainly. We see where Paul was quoting Wisdom of Solomon, talking about the Apocrypha. They don't understand that because they don't know how to correlate these things. Only the Spirit can correlate those things. And they don't have that, man. Those that are not Israelites and those that don't keep the commandments of the Most High.
That's
Do
right.
brothers and sisters see that? Go ahead, out.
All praises. Let's go to, make sure y'all put that 1 Corinthians 15 there. Let's go to 1 Kings.
First King.
Before we go there, let's go to Matthew 6 and 19. I want to go to one of Jeroboam's favorites.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven.
And for yourselves what?
treasures in heaven.
This is what Solomon was doing, laying up treasures for heaven. Him rebuilding, building that temple for the Lord, building Solomon's porch. That was laying up treasures for heaven, for the kingdom, right?
Con.
Working on ourselves is laying up a treasure for the kingdom. Read.
Con. Where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt,
Read on.
where thieves do not break through nor steal.
So you don't want to build your temple around what thieves, right? That's right. People who go try to hurt your temple, your building. You don't want to build your temple around the heathen. I don't see how people can't see this. What moth and corrupt do grow, that's the heathen. I don't want to build it around them. They can't build with us, right? It ain't going down. It ain't happening.
Con.
Read on.
Con. Verse 21. For where your treasure is,
For where your treasure is,
there will your heart be also.
wherever your heart is, that's how you going to build that temple. If you want to build that temple and stay a real nigga, you go build your temple around that. Right? If you want to build your temple around still being a thought and still trying to be a daughter Zion at the same time, that's where it's going to be. It's just that simple, man. Right? Go to Wisdom of Solomon 13 right quick. Read verse 10.
Con. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13 and verse 10. But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope, who called them gods, which are the works of men's hands.
Because a lot of times we call God's things that are the works of men's hands.
Con.
Right? Traditions. Remember, we called a calf, right? A god. We put our earrings and all our gold up with Aaron. Right? We call things gods that are not gods. Read.
Con. Which are the works of men's hands, gold and silver, to show art in, and resemblance of beast or a stone good for nothing, the work of an ancient hand.
Or a stone good for nothing. The work of a what? Of an ancient hand, man. Remember that, because we got to come back to that. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 6. It said, silver, gold, show resemblance of beast, or a stone good for nothing. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 6. We're going to start at 1.
Con. The book of 1 Kings, chapter 6 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it came to pass in the 480 year after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt, in the 4th year of Solomon's reign over Israel, in the month Ziph, which is the 2nd month, that he began to build the house of the Lord.
So this is around the time that Solomon began to rebuild the house, to build the house of the Lord, right?
Right.
Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7. In the house, when it was in building, was built of stone, made ready before it was brought thither, so that there was neither hammer nor axe, nor any tool of iron heard in the house while it was in building.
So, and we talked about this a little bit in Count 101, right? It said the house it was built of stone. What is stone good for?
On foundation.
Great foundation, right? Built on stone, right? Integrity. It's a lot. It's heavy, right? Stone. Go to Exodus 20 and 25. Hold your precept.
Con. The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone,
If you will make me an altar of stone, read.
thou shalt not build it. It's like thou shalt not build it of hewn stone.
It shouldn't be built of what kind of stone?
Hewn.
Hewn stone. If you're going to make an altar of stone for the Lord, it can't be built or made with hewn stone. Stone is what? Great for a foundation, right? Like Ox said, integrity, right? Strength. But he said, don't make it with hewn stone. Read.
Con. For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it.
So because if you lift up your work on hewn stone, you have did what to it? Polluted it. Hewn stone. If y'all know about hewn stone, look it up. That's a great. I want that middle one. That great right there. Go down. No, Nick. To the right. To the right. No, to the right. Right there. This is what hewn stone is. All right. What does hewn stone kind of do? It kind of hides and dissolves things. It puts it together, right? It puts other stones together. Look at the cutting of it. You got big stones. I'll pray. You got big stones, right? Then you got little small stones, but you really can't tell because it still look decent, right? It still kind of look good, right? You look at that and you like it look kind of decent. But hewn stone is bringing stones together. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Where are we going, twin? Let's go to Deuteronomy 27 right quick. So it said it can't be made with hewn stone. Hewn stone is bringing things together. Remember, it said if it's made with hewn stone, don't put your work towards it. Deuteronomy 27, start at 1. And we're going to go to 6 too.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 1.
Let me get that right quick. My bad. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 27 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day. And it shall be on that day, on the day, when you shall pass over Jordan unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, that thou shalt set thee up great stones.
That thou shalt set up great stones, read.
And plaster them with plaster.
And plaster them with plaster. That plaster is going into a form of protection, right? That's what that plaster is going into. The stones that he said, put it with great stones and plaster it or give it protection. Read.
And thou shalt write upon them all the words of this law when thou art passed over.
Read that again.
And thou shalt write upon them all the words of this law when thou art passed over.
When thou art passed over, thou shalt write upon the stone the what? The words of this law. Right? Read on.
When thou art passed over, that thou mayest go in unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, a land that floweth with milk and honey, as the Lord God of thy fathers hath promised thee.
Read on.
Therefore it shall be, when ye be gone over Jordan, that ye shall set up these stones, which I command you this day in Mount Ebal, and thou shalt plaster them with plaster.
And protect them with the protection of plaster. Read.
And there shalt thou build an altar unto the Lord thy God, an altar of stones. Thou shalt not lift up any iron tool upon them.
Thou shalt not lift up any iron tool upon them. Plaster them with stone. So when we go back to 1 Kings 6 and 7, read that again.
1 Kings chapter 6 and verse 7. And the house, when it was in building, was built of stone, made ready before it was brought thither.
Built with stone. So what did Deuteronomy just say that stone was?
Oh, stone.
Read Deuteronomy 27 and 2.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 2. And it shall be on the day when you shall pass over Jordan unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, that thou shalt set thee up great stones and plaster them with plaster.
Read on, verse 3.
And thou shalt write upon them all the words of this law.
All the words of this what?
Of this law.
Of this law. So what is it saying in 1 Kings 6 to build this house upon? That he's telling Solomon to build this house upon? Amen. On the laws, exactly. Now we getting somewhere, right? Now when we went back to Exodus, it said don't use hewn stones though, right? Yeah. We showed the picture of hewn stones. Hewn stones put things together. It brings things together, some things that shouldn't be around it, right? It's saying don't build it. So read verse. Just, I know I'm trying to get y'all to understand it. Go back to 1 Kings 6 real quick.
Con.
Read 7 again.
1 Kings chapter 6 and verse 7.
Because I know you asked the question the other night. You called, and I'm trying to see if you can answer it for you.
Con. And the house, when it was in building, was built of stone, made ready before it was brought thither. So that there was neither hammer, nor axe, nor any tool of iron heard in the house while it was in building.
Axe, hammer, or any tool in the house that you heard, neither axe or hammer nor tool in the house. What is this axe, hammer, or tool going into?
Labor of hand.
But let's go back to Deuteronomy 27 again. Hold on, I'm finna try to get this to y'all. Well, let's read Deuteronomy 27 and read verse 5.
Con. The book of Deuteronomy.
Now read verse 4.
Con.
4 and 5.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 4. Therefore it shall be, when ye be gone over Jordan, that ye shall set up these stones.
These stones,
which I command you this day.
Or what did the Lord command us this day?
To set up these stones.
Now what? These stones, but what is these stone going into?
The laws.
The laws which I command you this day, read.
In Mount Ebal.
And
thou shalt plaster them with plaster.
Read on. And you should what? Plaster them with what?
Plaster.
Plaster is going into what? Protection. Protect your laws around so that what? Read.
And there shalt thou build an altar unto the Lord thy God, an altar of stones. Thou shalt not lift up any iron tool upon them.
An altar of laws, you should not lift up any iron tool around it. What is that hewn stone going into? Bringing things together that are what? To make it look as a resemblance of a stone. Traditions of men.
Right.
The ways of the world. This is what this is going into. Do y'all understand that? Do y'all follow me? So now when he's saying don't put a tool to it, now you don't got to put a tool. The law don't need no help. If you build a house with the law, you ain't got to hear no hammering or nailing or nothing. Because it is what it is. That's your schoolmaster. That's your education. But when you go on, you got people now, you hearing hammers and nails, that mean you putting something else with it. Yes, the hands of a man, which is going into traditions, which is going into the ways of the world. Your house can't be built with traditions or the ways of the world. Or like it said in the Exodus, hewn stone. See, hewn stone makes stuff look and come together. But ultimately, you got big squares, little squares, rectangles. And if you go to another set of stones, you'll see them what? Properly cut out right. Each stone has the same. It's either a 9x4, right? And it's all 9x4 stones that look exactly alike. But these hewn stones, they look like they supposed to be there, but they really not.
Right.
I got a little 4x8 stone right next to a 9x6 stone. But I put it together and made it look okay, right? Don't look too bad, right? But it is bad. That's falling after the ways of the world. That's trying to build your house with the ways of the world. Now go back to 1 Kings 6 and read 7 again, and let's see if we catch that now.
Con. The book of 1 Kings, chapter 6 and verse 7. And the house, when it was in building, was built of stone.
Was built of the laws, read.
Made ready before it was brought thither. So that there was neither hammer, nor axe, nor any tool of iron heard in the house while it was in building.
Now go to Ezra 4 and 1, because it's the same thing, that it was neither hammer, tool, nor axe. No outside help. Don't need nobody else trying to build on this stone. Remember, he said plaster with plaster. Put protection on this stone. Protect your laws. That's why we fight for our laws, right? And we fight for our laws and our lives. What's that? Maccabees. 3 and 21. Go to 1 Maccabees 3 and 21 right quick. This is why we fight for our laws and our lives. The Lord said, protect these stones. Protect your laws. Fight for it.
Con. The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 21.
Bring it out.
But we fight for our lives and our laws.
We don't just fight for our lives. We fight for our laws too. We go protect these laws, man. We go protect our people. We go fight for our law. Christians talking about can't nobody keep the law. Well, we gonna fight for it. Because we know that we can. We a living witness and a living proof. We over here trying to be master builders over here while y'all over there trying to be small time penny ante hustlers. You know what they call them, nickel dime hustlers. Yeah. Yeah, we over here selling big weight. And when I'm talking about we talking about big laws. We got that big weight over here. Yeah, what you need? You need a law? Give it to them. Leviticus 20 and 18. What you need? You need another law? Yes. Leviticus 21 and 5. Yeah, what else you need? You need another law? Yes. Deuteronomy 22 and 23 on 25. You can't rate. What else you need? We got big weight over here. While they over there playing penny and nickel dime hustler. Yeah, we've been there surpassed that with the law of the Most High God, man. Go back to 1 Kings 6.
Come.
Oh, did I say we didn't go to Ezra? Go to Ezra 4 and 1 right quick, so we can show you that he's the stone and you don't hear no building, because they ain't got nothing to do with our building. When you put that hewn stone in that building, it messes up the whole look of it. Yeah, you can try to make it look right, but ultimately that damn hewn stone has 6, 7 different rectangles on it. But they kind of put it all together. Go ahead.
The book of Ezra, chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the children of the captivity builded the temple unto the Lord God of Israel, then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers, and said unto them, Let us build with you, for we seek your God, as ye do. And we do sacrifice unto him since the days of Asar-Haddon, king of Ashur, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, You have nothing to do with us.
What did they say to him?
You have nothing to do with us.
Nah, no, neither stone, no iron, no. We don't need none of that to be heard in this building.
That's right.
Nah, we don't need no hewn stone over here. We need regular stones, right? Regular, right? We don't need none of that extra stuff. You on that, all that other? Nah, we need some regular over here, right? Stone, right? Now let's go back to 1 Kings 6. So it's literal and physical in the sense that the Lord told us don't build or build upon our building with other people's traditions or commandments of men.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 6 and verse 7 from the top. And the house, when it was in building, was built of stone, made ready before it was brought thither, so that there was neither hammer, nor axe, nor any tool of iron heard in the house while it was in building.
That's right. Wasn't no interruptions. Wasn't no heathen, no traditions. Jump over to verse 9.
Verse 9. So he built the house and finished it, and covered the house with beams and boards of cedar.
With beams and board of cedar, right? Now, we just left from Ezekiel 31, right? Going into that cedar being what? Us. Being us having the top knowledge of understanding, right? Read.
And then he built chambers against all the house, 5 cubits high, and they rested on the house with timber of cedar.
With timber of cedar. Drop down to verse 17.
Verse 17. And the house that is the temple before it.
The house which is the temple, right? Your body, read.
Before it was 40 cubits long.
Read on.
And the cedar of the house within was carved with knops and open flowers.
It was carved with knops and open flowers. Read.
All was cedar.
All was cedar.
There was no stone seen.
There was no stone seen. Now, wait a minute. Now, we just went to 7 and it told us about building it with stone, right? But now it's saying there wasn't no stone seen. What was it seen? Seeing or what? Hewn stones or other traditions, or it wasn't built with anything else but the law. You got to tie it in and make it work. Why did it say that we use stones, but then in 18 it said it wasn't a stone seen? Because it wasn't any hindrance in that building when King Solomon built the temple. Did you bring your rose book? Have y'all seen that picture of the temple in that rose book? Oh, boy, Salaki, all praises. You in the spirit. Yo, it's in the spirit. The temple was beautiful, man. It wasn't a stone seen. It wasn't anything prohibiting us from our laws seen in the temple, man, that Solomon built, man. That's why it says it was all cedar. Cedar is going into Israel, right? When you go to Ezekiel 31, that cedar in Lebanon, that's going to Israel. It was all Israel. It was all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Remember Ezekiel said the waters made it great, right? That's right. The understanding, it was all cedar and no stone. Now we got stones all in our building, man. We got stones everywhere, man. Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, salvation for everybody. God loves everybody. I'm your brother. I mean, come on, man. It's just stones all up in our buildings right now, man. That's not going to help us become master builders. Do we understand? Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Yeah, we're going to start down. I was going to start from the top, but we're going to start down. Let's start at, I think like 5 or 6. Start at 4.
Con. The book of 1 Corinthians. You might as well start it.
You know your mommy said, don't you? Yeah, we got to start at 1.
Con.
Salakia family.
Con. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
And I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Christ. I have fed you with milk and not with meat. For hitherto ye were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able. For ye are yet carnal. For whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are ye not carnal and walk as men?
So that was them stones, right? Envy, strife, divisions. That makes us carnal. That makes the building not fortified, not good for the kingdom.
Right.
Are there divisions among you? Read.
For while one said, I am of Paul, and another, I am of Apollo, are ye not carnal?
So, and that's going into, guess what, man? We, they can't beefing, man. Oh, yeah, if you ain't under general, you're 100, yeah, and the IURC, man, fuck them nigga, man, nigga. I'm talking about, man, we can't play that game, man. That's carnal. The Bible just said that. One might say, yeah, I follow Apollos. Yeah. And another one say, I follow Paul, I follow Barnabas, right?
Right.
Is that not carnal? Because who are we ultimately following?
Christ.
The Most High God in Christ, man. Right? Read on.
Con. Who then is Paul? And who is Apollo? But ministers by whom ye believed, even as the Lord gave to every man.
At the end of the day, it's like, who is Paul? Who is... same thing with us. Who is Yari? Who is Benaniah? Who is done? You just ministers of the Lord. You just a servant that can be replaced at any given moment. Read on.
Con. I have planted, Apollo watered, but Yahweh gave the increase.
We can plant, we can build all day, but the only person gonna give this building a fixer-upper, what they call it when you get a makeover? What you getting? Remodeling? Yeah. House got a makeover, facing out. The only way this house get remodeled is if the Lord give you that remodeling increase.
Build
Except the Lord build a house, man. Right? Except the Lord build that house, man. Apollos water, we can go out there and teach all day. We can go out doing everything. But the increase is coming from the man above, the Most High God. You can try to build there all day, but the only way that building go increase is if you stay in the commandments and do the will of the Father, man. And we all seen that. We always was peons in the Bible. We was in Christianity. We didn't know how to retain precepts and scriptures. Now you got brothers out here, man, they Bible thumpers. I'm talking about, man, say precept kings, right? Trying to put themselves above what they were. The Lord gave that increase. You look back at your life a year or two ago and see that you can go inside and break down Paul's letters and Peter's writings and things now from compared to 2 years ago. The Lord gave that increase, man.
That's right.
That's the only way. Read.
Con. So then, neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but Yahweh that giveth the increase.
Come on, read on.
Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one.
Or what?
Are one.
Read on.
And every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor.
Remember, we just read that. Every man is going to receive their own reward according to your labor. What you put into this building, if you want to become a master builder, you got to do some master studying. You want to become a master builder, you got to put some master works in for the Lord. Read.
For we are laborers together.
To what?
Together.
Together, man. We ain't camp beefing. We ain't on no, oh yeah, purple and gold, yeah, blue and gold, yeah, black and white, yeah, blue and we are laborers together, man. It's gonna take us to labor together to get this world back into submission with God's laws. Read.
For we are laborers together with Yahweh. Ye are God's husbandry. Ye are God's building.
You are God's building. You are the building. You are the temple
right.
of God. You are that building. And it's time that we rededicate that building back to the Father, man. Year by year, day by day, month by month, hour by hour, second by second. Read.
According to the grace of Yahweh, which is given unto me as a wise master builder.
Read that again.
As a wise master builder.
It said according to the grace of God. That's the only reason we able to master our profession. It's because of the grace that the Most High God gave us. That's the only way we able to try to become master builders. Read. As become wise master builders at that. Read.
I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon.
He said, and the Most High God laid the foundation for us. We just got to make sure that we build on that same foundation. That means stay within your doctrine. That's right. He laid the foundation for you. Law, statutes, and commandments. Don't go outside of the foundation. Oh, well, I see now that God said that he going to have everybody get salvation now. The heathen get salvation too. Stop it. That's not the foundation that the Lord made. He didn't lay that foundation. He laid what? Israel. Separation. He didn't lay no foundation. We all are one. Don't build on that foundation. Build on the Lord's foundation. Read on.
According to the grace of Yahweh, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon.
Read on.
But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon.
You better take heed on how you build on this thing, though. Don't play with it, man. Take heed on how you build to become a master builder. Read.
For other foundation can no man lay, then that is laid, which is Hamashiach Yahushua.
He gave us the foundation. Law, statutes, and commandments, Christ. He gave us the foundation. Can't be no other foundation laid. You cannot try to be a master builder and try to lay a new foundation. You're not the foundation giver. No. You're a builder, but you don't lay the foundation. The Most High God laid the foundation. If you try to go in there and rechange that foundation, it's going to be problems. There's going to be holes in that building. There's going to be walls. There's going to be cracks, right, in that building. Read.
Now if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble.
Remember, that's everything of the world. You want to build that on this foundation? Read.
Every man's work shall be made manifest.
Well, then that's what your foundation going to be. Yeah, it look good, but on the inside, it ain't nothing. Yeah, it look good on the outside, but as soon as the wind blow, it all fell down. Read.
For the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire.
Revealed by what?
Revealed by fire.
How is it going to be revealed by fire? Tried. We're going to be tried. Tried in the fire, right? Your house is going to be tried. Who is the building? You are going to be tried by fire. And it's up to you as if your house going to stay up or if it's going to get burnt down like the big bad wolf, man. Right? 3 little lambs. Right? Read on.
It shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
And it shows you that it's going to try you. It's going to try your work. Whatever it is, read.
If any man's work abide, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward.
But you're going to be receiving a reward of how you work. You want to be a master builder, you're going to get that reward. Read.
Con. If any man's work shall be burnt, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire.
But you're going to be saved through the trials and tribulations. You're going to be saved by fire, man. Trying. You're going to be tried. Don't ever forget, being a master builder, you're going to get tried. If you ask the Lord for strength, he's not going to give you strength. He's going to put you in a situation to make your strength grow. Do that make sense? If you ask the Most High God for patience, he's not going to give you patience. He's going to put you in a situation to test your patience. We're going to be tried, man. All praises to the Most High God for this lesson. I pray that the Father was with us through the Spirit of Yahweh Shah. I pray the brothers and sisters had edification of learning today. Happy Shabbat to brothers and sisters online again. Y'all continue in the faith, continue in the Spirit. We always say keep the laws of the Most High God, so we want to go to the laws. I didn't even put a law. What y'all got? Let's go back to that Deuteronomy 27. Yeah, that is a great one too. Don't build it with hewn stone, man. Yeah, read Deuteronomy 27 and 4 on down. 4 through 6 will be our law for today. We always say keep the law. We are lawgivers, so we always want to end class with a law. Deuteronomy 27 and 4 will be your law.
Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 4. Therefore it shall be, when ye be gone over Jordan, that ye shall set up these stones, which I command you this day in Mount Ebal, and thou shalt plaster them with plaster. And there shalt thou build an altar unto the Lord thy God, an altar of stones. Thou shalt not lift up any iron tool upon them.
Praises, read on.
Thou shalt build the altar of the Lord thy God of whole stones.
What kind of stones?
Whole stones.
Whole stones, and we didn't even read that too, all praises. Whole stones, not that partiality that we saw up there, right? Whole stones, read.
Whole stones, and thou shalt offer burnt offerings thereon unto the Lord thy God.
And with that, we say shalom, Israel. Happy Shabbat.